K.
Yo, it's your boy K Bird, representing Urban Legends ZNT, South Carolina, Sandy Island, Pawleys Island. We in the building. Well, I first started, it was back in '06, '07. You know what I mean? I started recording with Jay Burgess in Myrtle Beach, you know what I mean? I kind of just wanted to get in the game. Like, I was always inspired by rappers. Like, at that time, in that era, it was rappers out that was like spitting, a lot of freestylers. So we was a lot of freestyling in school and everything like that. So everybody wanted to have that power as a rapper. You know what I mean? We coming from the era where, you know, DMX, Jay-Z then was buzzing, you know, in the South, T.I. and Bun B, you know, classic artists in the game, Snoop on the West Coast. But they all inspired me to, like, you know, really want to do it. Not just to do it because it was a thing to do and it was cool to be a rapper, but to do it to be able to affect another person's life, you know what I mean? To be able to let them hear me rapping and a certain day, a certain vibe or a certain thing they're going through in life, we got that same feeling, that same emotion at that same time, and I make a connection with them, you know what I mean? And whenever we, like, if they just listen to my music, they can pick me back up and we can all stay in that same connection. You know, every different song will have a different kind of connection. But that's kind of what drew me to it, you know, the connection with the people, the way, like, music connects to, like, the soul of a person, some aspects. Well, after recording for a little while with Jay and, you know, recording with you, well, recording with Phil Davis as well, you know what I mean? I got up a material of songs, like a good catalog of a wide variety of songs at that time. And the first CD I put out was Without a Doubt. And it was like an independent, like, release, you know what I mean? And I put it out, I had like 18 tracks on it. And it was the first thing I ever, like the first CD I ever had with all my music on it. And I had my cover printed out, everything pressed out, you know what I mean? It was a good feeling to finally just, like, know something that you thought, or something that you actually, like a picture you had in your mind, and then you had the actual CD with that picture of your mind in your hand. And you know what I mean? That was the first feeling. Then I would want people to hear it so bad. I tried to give it out. Then I was like, I need to sell it so I can try to be an entrepreneur with it. So that's when I went to Arizona. They had a little store called Sound Shop. At that time, I used to go in there and just talk to the owner, and he wrote up a consignment sheet with me, and I put it in the store. And that was a good feeling, and actually getting, like, people would buy it then that didn't know me, that just came in there looking for new music. At that time, you know, people just would go into CD stores and just randomly buy a CD. They would take a chance on a CD if it's cheap, and it was cheap. So, you know, that was a good feeling to actually get a $10, $15 check, you know, saying you sold the CD. And then, like, I wanted to reach more people, so I would go to Georgetown. There's this guy named Rudy at the time. He had a mixtape store down there, and I would give them to him. And I knew it wasn't about the money with him. I just wanted him to give it to the people that came in there that buy mixtapes. Because in the hood, they ain't gonna just take a chance on a mixtape they don't know. You know what I mean? But that was the first feeling, and that was just a good feeling to get it out there, you know what I mean? And one of the guys made me want to do my first CD. I gotta shout this guy out, Mr. Fresh. Like, when I was a kid, when I was like 13, 14, he put a CD out, and it was in the store and everything. And I was like, a guy from our town put a CD out. You know, and no matter how I felt about the CD, it was something I was, like, proud of that. So I wanted to do that same kind of thing. So on the second CD, I did, and I recorded all this, like, at Phil Davis and Saugus T, you know, at the time. And that was the Diary of a Hustler. With that CD, I gave everything I had to it, and I try to keep up different ideas, keeping people involved, like doing features with everybody local that's rapping, that trying to rap, like young guys like Vashon when they was first starting out, Big Chris when they was first starting out, all these guys in the neighborhood that can rap, that known in their neighborhoods for rapping, put all them on the CD. Like, don't be selfish with it just because you want to be you're so urged to get it out to the world or people to hear it, you know what I mean? You gotta share that light so you can get more people to listen to it like that. And when I did that on the second CD, it got more people to listen to it. And that CD, I felt like I really kind of put myself out there. Like, you know, people knew, like, my name a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Locally, I felt good about it. When I started getting the local buzz up, performing at clubs like Friends of Low Places, I did my own shows and shit at Club Isis in Paul's Island, Garden City. Like everybody else did shows. Every show they was doing, like Phil would do a show, Myrtle Beach, Conway. Anybody was having a show, we was performing. So we was feeling like we need to get it out there to the world, because that's the only way the world gonna hear us. Like if we really start trying to break these records to the people, not just people that we know and the local fan base that gonna follow you. Like try to get it out to the people that don't know you, that ain't never heard you before, don't got no like connection with you, because South Carolina everybody connected somehow. I got no connection with you, and get out to them and see what they think. And that's what I did when I got with this lady named Rashonda Jenkins. She used to be in the show The Wire. She wasn't a main character, but she was like an in and out character on the show, you know. You can look up, you know, she got a company called Bubblistic Management. And I reached out to them, and they thought the music was cool, so they gave me a couple of shows in DC, and I did a couple of shows in New York, a couple in Baltimore, you know. I ran the circuit for like, just doing that shit for like 2 years probably, all the way from all of 2012, just like going to DC, coming back, like being tired as hell, getting no sleep, going up there in 2 days, doing the show, coming back here, getting back to what I gotta do to try to make money. You know what I mean? What I gotta do to try to, you know, take care of my family and real people shit, you know, regular life. You know, but that I got it out there as much as I could, and that made the views on YouTube and everything circulate. It made everything kind of go up, because out there in the city, if you got music and it's good, like they support you. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be like all forced out, and you gotta be flexed out and be filthy. You know, all you gotta do is have good product. Just then take time with your craft and be passionate when you do it. You know what I mean? Go out there to them cities. If you really believe in yourself here, don't be scared to go out there to them cities and then spread that word, because they're going to show South Carolina that love. We that state. Like when you say that shit on a microphone in New York and DC, they like, damn, they ain't expecting nobody from that far to come up there. And they embrace that shit. You know what I mean? I got mad love out there for the places that went out there, you know. I used to go to DC to this, what the name of the bar? They had Island Bar Lounge in DC. And we went to New York to the First Street Lounge, this Italian restaurant. It's like a lounge and a bar. And then another show in New York in Manhattan at this other lounge. I forgot the name of it, but it was in Lower Manhattan. It was a surprise. I thought Manhattan was supposed to be all good, but it ain't all good. It's good in some areas, but not Lower Manhattan. It's like getting hood down there. But they show love. Them places like that, you would think they don't get no South music, no love, but nah, it's totally different. If it's good music and it's like really from the heart, they gonna fuck with it. Well, I came with the Urban Legends. I came up with it with this guy, that one of my friends. He's staying in Virginia right now. His name is Jamie Anderson. Like we was taking the rap thing seriously after we did that second mixtape, that Diary of Hustle thing, and he was a person that he really believed in me. But he was like, he went to school for like business and everything like that. He never was into like the rap movement like as much as like we are as rappers or entertainers. But he know business and he know good music too. But we just went through a list of names and everything like that at that time, and we had like 70 names. And the Urban Legends, why we picked that one, like at the time T.I. was real big and the Urban Legends CD came out, that kind of inspired us. So that made us like, that name made us click in our minds, Urban Legends. And then we went through like, what does that mean? Like Urban Legends is like a myth. It's like one of those stories that you hear about, but it's not really like, you know, it may be true, maybe not. And then the other aspect of Urban Legends is like, if you are urban and you consider yourself a legend, you know what I mean? You consider yourself legendary. Everybody consider their life to be different from everybody. So you one of one, and as long as you one of one, I mean, in your own right, if you're doing everything in a positive manner, you know, if everything working in a positive manner, nobody perfect, you a legend, you know what I mean, in your own right. So that's kind of like, we decided on that one to be the representation of what we want to bring to the music game. We want to be that myth, like the people that don't know us, they gonna want to know, They're gonna wanna follow what we're doing, and then we wanna be like to our community where we from, we urban, and we legends at the same time. And that's how we came out with it. And the people that's involved in the Urban Legends, you know, in the start of it, you know, gotta be Big Chris. Like he was a big inspiration of like me and him musically. You know what I mean? He was always the yin to my yang, or, you know, like Red or Meth or whatever you want to say, Chi Chong and shit. Like we always been in that rap thing together, you know what I mean? Before he was really even rapping serious, he always would be there just rapping with me. He would say something that would inspire me today and might say something like that. So, you know what I mean? He was always my rapping, going back and forth partner, you know what I mean? And so I gotta shout him out on that. And he an artist on the team, and he got videos out. You can look him up. He got a real good video out called, Smile. It's a real good song, you know what I mean? It ain't all this flexing stuff that everybody making right now and all this crazy talk. That shit teaching people how to be a man, you know what I mean? And that's what we need, substance. You need that music in the game, so you gotta look that song up, Big Chris Smile. And you know what I mean? Another part of the team is Really Trail. That's my cousin, one of the people that helped me start it. Even before I met Chris, that used to be with me when I was rapping, recording in my house, making tapes and passing them out at school. You know what I mean? He was around back then with my rap thing. Chris was around too, but Chris was into the band, playing drums and doing music in a different way back then. And my other cousin, another artist, 4 Fever, he stays in Chicago, Milwaukee right now. And you know, he be grinding, he be doing this little thing, putting a mixtape out. He got a mixtape out called Ballin' Point, and he got a video out, song called Running. You know what I mean? He been down with the team ever since the beginning. And we got another artist called Fresh Boy L. Like Fresh Boy L joined the team in 2012, and he been putting down a lot of work. He a good artist, and he got a good head on his shoulder, and he really focused on trying to make a mark in this game, and he got a real different sound. He got a video out there too, and it's called All I Ever Wanted. You know what I mean? Fresh Boy L, All I Ever Wanted. That shit is real good music. And all the other artists, like locally, like you see me working with a lot of artists. I like to show love to artists. You know what I mean? When I show love to artists, I ain't ask them to show me love back, but I mean, it's up to them what they decide to do. But I try to help as many of them as I could, you know what I mean? Like when we was doing the shows at Red Lounge in 2012, like we gave all those guys chances to perform, hit them up, like, you know, the Rec Crew guys, PZ Fargo, Smirk, you know what I mean, Young Hood, who else, I mean, all the local cats, I mean, K Mill, Jody, like all them cats, we showed them love. We never like try to charge them no money, like to do nothing. Like some local shows go down, we was trying to show them niggas to come out there and showcase your talent. Like we got a spot, we got a spot, and we want to do it so everybody can be able to showcase the music. Like South Carolina need to have all kind of artists working together, not just like one main artist. They're gonna take a group of them to do it. You know what I mean? So nobody can't be selfish. That ain't a good thing to do. You know what I mean? Always try to spread it out with your people. And that's what I was doing, you know what I mean? Another artist, Chaos from Georgetown, like he a new artist we working with a lot this year. He buzzing, he doing his own thing, but he on that same path that we on, trying to build together, always trying to build together to help each other. And 6ix9ine, he another artist that, I mean, he buzzing right now, man. He's setting Atlanta on fire right now. He got the mixtape out right now. Got videos out right now. Got the song with Shorty Low out. Like, he inspired me by the business aspect. He teaching me the business aspect. He a real good artist out there, you know what I mean? And we all trying to work together. Like, he ain't like, we ain't trying to shine over nobody else. Like, we all trying to help each other get in that pot together. You know what I mean? So we all make it. You know what I mean? So we all take care of our family and build with our kids. And so they ain't all got to work. You know what I mean? We all been working all our lives. Most of us been working. You know what I mean? Our mother's been working. Our father's been working. We want to build a business that we can just hire our damn son, our kid, to just work it. You know what I mean? Just because we want to. You know what I mean? Something that we can just pass it on to him. Just in case our kids don't be as strong as and resilient as us to make it through how ways we did it. You know, we ain't did it all the right way. We're working for everything. We hustle, cut corners, but we try to make it through. You know what I mean? And that's what this music thing about, trying to build. We ain't trying to just do it for selfish. We're trying to build to affect change, bring positive things, not negative. But yeah, man, I definitely been trying to, grow, like you said, like trying to evolve, always trying to then evolve as a person, as an artist, and trying to be an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So I started focusing on the videos because I started realizing like the power in videos with music and video. Like music and video go hand in hand. You don't even know it. It's like a subconscious thing. It just goes through your whole life. You learn how to read. You learn how to remember facts and things, and before you even start talking, in music and words and TV, like the imagery with music. So like I really started focusing on the video, like also trying to also excel myself is not just staying at one avenue. Like you got to be able to wear different hats. I don't want to just wear the same hat as being just a rapper guy. You know what I mean? You got to wear different hats. So I wanted to get into the video, and I ain't just wanted to get into it for just money and trying to get into it just to get people to say, I do a video for you, charge you this much. It ain't just about the money. You know what I mean? Like people pay me, and sometimes I cut them deals. Like if I know they're real passionate, I know they're young and they ain't really got the money, I gotta cut them the best deal I can, just because like they trying to do something. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna shoot that man dream down like that just for money. You know what I mean? Just to get money at the time. If I know I got the talent to do something for him, to help him, that can actually just change his life from being out there in the street, thugging it every day. Just a thought, like, man, you saw that video? Like he said that his homeboy said, I see your video the other day, man. It was good. Just that little interaction can affect this young dude that's like 17, 16, or 18, his life, like for making a crazy decision. Just something as small as that. I know it probably don't seem like that to everybody, but it really is true. You know what I mean? And that's why when I got into it, I didn't just want to get into it and just throw a video together for somebody just to get it out there and get paid. I wanted to give them a good imagery, like the best imagery I could put together. You know, the best way I could come up with a visual. I wanted to do that. That's right. I'm gonna get them out the way though. But the best way I could do it, you know what I mean? The best imagery, the best visual, like thinking about what their song's saying, like just like it's doing it, like it's my song. You know, I'm doing it the same way. I put the same work into it if it was my track, if it was your track. You know what I mean? As far as doing the videos. And then like I wanted to get into recording because I was around this young artist. His name is Space Invader BD. He's from Paulie Island, real good artist. You know, at 16, well he's 17 now. This guy be grinding, putting mixtapes out, a bunch of videos out. And I was like, he just been like showing me how easy this recording thing is and just showing me different things. And I've been learning these programs, and I'm like, okay, I learned one program from filming, then I learned another program from recording. You know what I mean? If I take the time to really like figure out like what is current, like what's the sound now and what's the visual now, I can learn how to do both of them. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been doing. You know, just focusing on it, trying to just do it to help me excel my business and excel my brand at the same time. The Herbal Legends ENT. Since I did that, you know, the artists on my team, you know, I'm able to help them in ways that before I probably wouldn't be able to help them. Now, like I give artists a lot more when they come on the team. Like they get in the videos, they get in the songs, they know they get in the mixtape. We do the thing, we do the pictures, you know, the artwork for the covers, the artwork for like for a flyer, the artwork for like, you know, you want a little SoundCloud, little picture for your song. You know, everybody do the cover photos. That's what they call it for the songs. We doing all that, you know what I mean? Teaching everybody. I learned it. I'm teaching people on my team to do the same thing. Like I showing them the same thing so they can be able to do it on their own as well. So we all can just keep on building. That's what I'm saying about that building thing. We ain't trying to just be selfish. We trying to build. And anybody that on that mind state like we on, trying to build, we trying to go forward, we need to get together and, you know, work together and connect. This entrepreneurship between, you know, our own kind of people. We gotta support our own people. You know what I mean? That's why all these labels right now, they ain't know what to do right now. That's why all of them they're going bankrupt. They're closing all the rap labels down because, I mean, they know everybody independent now. If they all can support each other, like, we wouldn't need none of them no more. It would be all based off if your music is good and if the music is, is it worth hearing? And if it's worth hearing and it's good, you put it in the right places like World Star, you know, right avenues. But you ain't gotta do no major shit no more. You know, you're gonna affect it. You can do it your own way, and you gotta go to the clubs and do the shows and pass out CDs and everything like that, you know. But as far as the social media goes, you gotta have that social media networking plan into your picture. You know what I mean? As far as your business going, your marketing going, like as far as doing your videos, your songs, you got to tie all that in together to it now. You can't just do the song and just give it to your friend. You got to put it on social media to give you that platform to make you look legit, to legitimize yourself, so you can then build your brand up, you know. Well, man, what's coming up next is the Dope Lines K Bird. That's the first single off the mixtape, off the official mixtape, Flexology 101. The Dope Lines is dropping on World Star next week. On World Star, featuring 6ix9ine and featuring YD, this new artist that we working with, you know, from Party Hard Gang, a local group. You know what I mean? They on their grind, you know, working with them, and they've been doing they're putting in their work, you know what I mean? They're trying to do the best they can. I'm trying to help them, you know what I mean? But that's what's coming up next. World Star, next week, the Dope Lines video, that's dropping. The mixtape dropping the week afterwards. The mixtape, Flexology 101, that's what's coming out next. And as far as what else we gonna be doing, like me and Big Chris got a mixtape coming out as well. You know what I mean? That's like the listener's choice mixtape. That mixtape is gonna be about hip hop. Ain't gonna be like what you're gonna get from me on my mixtape with the Flexology. That gonna be like what's going on now with people with the music game right now. But that Big Chris and K Bird mixtape, that's gonna be hip hop. You know what I mean? That's gonna be grown man music, you know, for the mature crowd. That's the listener's choice. You know what I mean? It's called Blood In, Blood Out. You know what I mean? It's a brother's mixtape, and that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be coming out 2 weeks later after the Flexology. And after that, we're gonna do another Union mixtape as a group with the Urban Legends ENT. They're gonna be Party Hard Gang. We're gonna have YTC on that mixtape, YD on that mixtape, Intelligence, and we got a couple other features on that mixtape from Chaos, OS, and gonna do Pretty Lou, and you got 6ix9ine on there, of course. Everybody else that I can't think of right now, you know what I mean, I'm gonna get with y'all. But Voice B gonna be on it too, Voice B. And shout out to Voice B for, you know, on his Grind and Shine TV venture that he had with Neef. You know what I mean? That was a pretty good show. They had a pretty good time on that, man. I saw it. I tuned in every episode. I liked it. That boys did a good job. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all bringing that kind of thing to South Carolina. You know what I mean? And besides that, I'm gonna be doing a short 30-minute film. Yeah. That's gonna be the last project. I mean, well, not the last project for the year, but that's gonna be coming up like in a month, maybe like a month or two. I already got a couple scenes filmed already, but not too major. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna put it all together. If I'm gonna put it on segments, I'll put it all together. But I still gotta get a lot more stuff done. I ain't got it all the way done, you know what I mean? But I'm working on that because I got with this guy. You can look him up too. You can Google him. He on Facebook and everything. His name is Marcus Patrick. He an actor. He been in a lot of movies. I can't call his whole catalog out, but he been on like 7 known movies, and he did like a couple plays. And he did a couple of features in The Wife of My Kids show with Damon Wayans and Tisha Campbell. You know what I mean? But the guy was seeing all the videos we was putting out on Facebook, and the guy reached out, and I couldn't believe it. I said the guy was cool, and he said, I looked him up and I said, like, he acting. And I talked to him, had a real conversation with him afterwards, and he told me about where he grew up at. He grew up in Germany in a village, and he became an actor. And he was like telling me about, he saw the Sandy Island video that I did. I got interviewed by Phil TV. They came over there, we did a little tour. He told me he saw that, and I couldn't believe this actor guy like saw a YouTube video that we had up there like for the longest. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying about that YouTube. It's power in that stuff, in the visual. But the guy saw it and he reached out to me. He said that he wanted to help me. He said he knew how I felt to grow up in a village and to grow up, have to travel with water every day and everything like that. So he wanted to genuinely help me. He said if I really want to get into this acting thing, he said that if we make a short film, he'll give it to his agent and let them see what they think of it. You know, you say it'd be worth a chance, and you say if they like it, they come. We have to go out there and do a reading in Houston, or like a reading in front of another agent and the people, and then go from there. But that's one thing I'm working on, that I'm really seriously working on that. And anybody that's trying to be in the movie, that's seriously trying to be acting though, like seriously, got the strip and everything like that, I'm trying to get with you to be in it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody that been supporting us, Herbal Legends ENT, everybody, Pawleys Island, Sandy Island, Merle's Island, people that was there in the beginning. You know, everybody on the beach, Conway, DC especially, you know what I mean, Baltimore, New York that showed the love. You know what I mean, I want to shout out 6ix9ine, I want to shout out Phil, Big Phil, you know what I mean, with Phil TV, STO Productions, you know what I mean, did mixtapes with him. You need to go get those mixtapes right now. They on www.piff.com, and the Working System on iTunes, you gotta buy that one though. And Mr. TMA, you gotta buy that too. You know what I mean? But the rest of them, you go to K-Bird on that Piff, you can get them joints for free. And shout out Big Chris, Fresh Boy L, Voice B, South Carolina, Chaos 843, OS, Dang, Focus, Burgess, Rich Black, everybody, man. The whole South Carolina, everybody, like everybody. The smallest nigga in the corner at the smallest hood ball, everybody. You know what I mean? Everybody.
We going in, you know we don't pretend. Number one fool